Hello guys, thank you for tuning in to today's video, to today's market update. I wanted to elaborate on the current price action here on Bitcoin and what I did and what I like to do when my thesis was wrong, or I have to say that my expectation that we distribute around here seems it's getting invalidated and I'm waiting for something new. And what I apply on consistent basis when I'm looking at potential setups that has taken a lot of time to develop and I have to do a lot of adjustments, I like to clear out the chart, take a break, and then come back and pretend like it's the first time I'm looking at the chart, and I'm trying to look at the chart in a fresh state of mind. And then I look, okay, when I see a chart for the first time, I always go over the higher time frame and then to the local range, and then looking at the more local price action. And then I try to imagine some if-then scenarios and then make a plan of attack. So this is what I prepared. As for now, we have a overlapping supply here. This was for me personally a very powerful supply, and you can see price action is coming through the supply, but it's kind of breaking it now, but it's breaking it since 2 or 3 days now. So it's a big supply, but price action does not want to respect it. And here we have another very nice supply block backed by the point of control and value area low from the previous range, and here we had the liquidity. So what I'm looking for is something new in here that we can trade, because you can see we're taking the highs, leaving the lows, taking the highs, leaving the lows. Now we are getting a more aggressive push up, and often after an expansion, we get a range. So I'm expecting maybe a more aggressive push up, reject, come down, and then create something new in here that we can trade back down. And this can easily be a range over a week, because if we break this 85k level, or if we break here above, everybody's expecting like 100k. So I'm already reading this, that people are expecting this, and they are kind of saying, yeah, here we had this bear flag and it's getting extended and now it's a breakout. And interesting is when people draw something like this and they say, look, we are breaking out of this bear flag, whatever, and we get an aggressive push up like this, rebalance, and now build the range, and this exceeds this high, for them it's another breakout. But what we're actually doing is distribute from here. And this is a playbook that I really like, because it gives the opportunity that price pushes up more, creates something new, more convincing, and getting the proper exhaustion coming up. This idea is backed by the total chart. So I was looking at something like this, but we did not get it. Here we had a liquidity level, and here this is the distribution of the previous range on Bitcoin, And you can see that the distance here is less than on Bitcoin. And this is why I'm open-minded that we front run this and create something more, a bit lower. So this is what I'm looking for, a potential range in here. And this idea is backed to by USDT. So who had this very, very nice range. And you can already see in every other environment you would expect that something this happens. You're taking the lows, leaving the highs. And this is always an indication that price at some point will squeeze up. And here we have a liquidity level, and this liquidity level could be the confluence for the total chart supply, that we take it, or maybe do a little manipulation thing here. Go down, go up, accumulate, and then squeeze up. This is a playbook that can happen. It's only pre-planning, so it does not have to happen, but this idea is not invalidated. This idea is invalidated when we have a closer, and I think it's a free day. Yes. So, for more explanation, 2 candles up, 2 candles down, 2 candles up, 2 candles down. So you can already see we could even get till down here and it would still be valid. On a free day, this would be a big deviation, but it would be valid. And if we get here, I really think that this could be a reversal level. So there are so many scenarios, but at some point we will reverse this pump on Bitcoin at some point, because when you look at the volume, here we are getting some more volume, but I don't know if this is just on the Bybit chart, because this wick here, we don't have it on Binance, for example, but seems that here the volume is a bit higher. So somebody did a lot of effort to push price up, but overall you can see that the volume is coming down. And here's the thing of this move up, because I as I stated, many people were watching a beer flag or whatever triangle, and when price was pushing and pushing and pushing, people were getting stopped out of the short positions, and people that are always bullish or bullish overall start longing. And what happens is they long, and the shorts are getting afraid because price is pushing up. It's not getting the follow through as they pre-planned, and they FOMO out, they get stopped out or change the bias to bullish. And when a short position gets closed manually or per SL or liquidation, it is a buy order. That means that when a short position gets stopped out, it buys. So the price goes up and people long, and shorts are getting liquidated, people long, shorts are getting liquidated. But at some point, the shorts are getting less and less and less, and more people are longing, and then we are changing the liquidity game. So now the bulls are in control, and it's okay, it's how the game goes. But at some point, the bears are exhausted, and the bulls in control. And then it's when we get the manipulation, and then to get all this liquidity that is getting stacked up. This is my thesis. This is what I'm looking for. As for now, it is still difficult to tell because there's no signs of weakness, and at this point it's too risky, too short, because price can move up, and an invalidation would be here. If we get a break above here, I think it's a weekly. Yes or no? Well, it would be a 5-day market structure. So if we break a 5-day above here, this would mean a shift in trend. So if you break this bullish here, but I don't really think that we have the strength to go up here. This move is purely because of shorts getting liquidated and people longing. And what I wanted to say is it's too risky to long here. You can scalp an altcoin, okay, but it's too risky to long, and it's too risky to short either because there's no signs of weakness. Even on a lower time frame, we are taking the highs, leaving the lows, taking the highs. And remember, as I said, this week is kind of a bit weird, but the monthly open is right here and it does not have a wick. So this often gets fixed, and if it does not get fixed this month, I'm not looking anymore at an unfinished candle. But I was looking at the local range here, and sometimes you get the little model that creates a mid-time frame range. And maybe, but this is, as I said, still early, maybe we range again and we distribute, come down, and let me make it a bit more clean. So we get the little distribution here that goes down. Maybe we get a little accumulation that pushes price up. And then we have a little distribution that creates a mid-time frame distribution. Then we have a little accumulation that creates a range low. And now we have a bigger sized range that we can actually trade. This is a very ugly drawing, but something like this, a distribution that goes over to a higher time frame distribution, coming down, accumulation, bigger time frame distribution, and actual sideways price action. This is not sideways price action. This would be something. And this could be a distribution that forms over a couple of days, where liquidity is generated on both sides, up and down, and we leave the lows, take the highs, make them believe that we are breaking out, and then we distribute. So I'm looking at this. It does not have to happen here. It can happen higher up, but something like this can happen. And at these times, I want you to stay sharp and really don't get manipulated by the news. You can see so many bull postings and even some bigger accounts where I was sharing their opinion. They are now giving up and they are saying, oh, okay, I think I'm invalidated, so somebody has his stop loss here at 84K. And even he is saying that he thinks that he's wrong, and some other accounts are saying, okay, the bear flag is not a bear flag anymore, etc. So the bears are now getting bullish, and this is where we see a trend shift. So we are getting to the max pains, and this is what we need, because when everybody is looking at a distribution here, it won't happen. It will happen on the other point of the chart. And meanwhile, we have altcoins doing this. So you can see that altcoins are just pushing up without a proper accumulation. I think Tau was one of them too. And which one? Algo pushing up, and you can see some altcoins are getting big squeezes to the upside. This is engineered to make people even more bullish. It is what it is. So we had a compression. If we take out this high, we get acceptance back into the range. I will be looking for potential shorts here. And you can see everything is getting a push up. So this is to make people bullish, and I don't want you to get hyped up. You always be open-minded. Even I said, my TA forces me to look at the price action like I elaborated on this video. So this is my kind of TA. Somebody that uses other TA will see a breakout here or long setup or whatever. But my TA does not allow me to look for a long setup right now. Maybe on a lower time frame I can scalp something, but this is not a higher time frame long setup for me. This is not confirmed, but it will be with a high chance a short setup that will create. And if not, well, there will be no trade. I will not miss anything, because with when my system does not allow me to enter a trade, and my system does not allow me to long or short or something, I didn't miss nothing. Because yeah, could I have make money on this move up? Of course, but there was no accumulation for me. We had something here, but it was not really tradable, and I traded some altcoins alongside this move up, but I have zero FOMO because my system did not allow me to long here. So it does not matter. Next setup will come. I will make my 5-6 RR and I'm done. So it really does not matter. When you are position spot, yeah, this matters, but this is not a spot buy for me personally. If we get it, spot buys in discount, not in premium, and not when price went up 30% to the upside. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Stay sharp, stay grateful, and always think critically. Never get influenced by news. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.